Okay, let's start now. Bismillah Rahman Rahim. So today's topic is about planning digital technology integration. Dear students, planning is very necessary and important component while we are going to use technology in the classroom or at school level, or we are planning to make a part technology of the curriculum. So planning is related to forecasting or foreseeing about something, in which basically we determine the future tasks before doing that sort of task. So what need to be done, how it is to be done, why it is to be done. So in planning phase, basically we try to answer such questions that starts from W, when it is to be done and whom it is to be done. So here you can see on the slide that digital technology integration is a complex process that is based on many factors, including hardware and software components. Definitely, when we are going to integrate technology in the classroom, very foremost thing that we are required is the availability of the computer, and second requirement is availability of the applications that need to be run, that need to be used in the classroom, and then the people, that teacher who is trained to use the technology, and then the ideas by which technology may be integrated. Lastly, we have in the last class we have seen some of the methods to be used to use the technology in the classroom. Can you answer a few of the methods? Can you mention here, dear students? लास्ट में हमने पढ़ा था ना क्लास में, सम ऑफ द मेथड्स हाउ टेक्नोलॉजी कैन बी इंटीग्रेटेड। जी याद है किसी को? मतलब ये जो आपके लास्ट टॉपिक था हमारा, टाइप्स ऑफ टेक्नोलॉजी इंटीग्रेशन, इसमें हमने डिफरेंट टेक्नोलॉजी इंटीग्रेशन के मेथड्स देखे थे, जिसमें हमने बात की थी, वी वर डिस्कसिंग अबाउट ऑनलाइन लर्निंग एंड ब्लेंडेड क्लासरूम्स, project based activities incorporating technology, and then learning with mobile and handheld devices, instructional tools to like interactive whiteboards and student response systems, ठीक है, and using social media to engage students, student created media. तो ये सारी चीज़ें जो हैं वी हैव डिस्कस इन द प्रीवियस सेशन, वेब बेस्ड प्रोजेक्ट्स, कोलैबोरेटिव ऑनलाइन टूल्स, गेम बेस्ड लर्निंग और सॉर्ट ऑफ सिमुलेशन, ये सारे हम चीज़ें ऑलरेडी डिस्कस कर चुके हैं, ठीक है। याद है आपको कि नहीं ये चीज़ें? जी क्लास पढ़ी हैं कि नहीं? आप सबको आवाज़ आ रही है मेरी?
जी सर, पढ़े थे बहुत पहले।
तो आप लोग रिप्लाई नहीं करते बेटा, इसलिए मैंने आप सबसे पूछ रहा हूँ बार बार कौन से मेथड्स हैं जिससे हम टेक्नोलॉजी यूज़ कर सकते हैं। सो planning about technology integration is to determine these methods by which technology can be used in the classroom, that how the teachers will engage the students uh, with the use of technology for effective learning in the classroom or outside the classroom. So here we see digital technology planning is the only key to organize all these elements together to reveal better results. So for this very purpose, as a teacher, as an administrator, what we are required, we need to plan how can technology can be used effectively uh, for the purpose of effective learning of our students. Then we see that the digital technology plan may suggest that digital technology integration is on the right track. So this way, we can also analyze either we are doing the right things or we are using technology rightly or not. So as Whitehead, uh, etc., 2003 et al. Recommended that planning digital technology integration assists education institutions to meet established digital technology standards. So there are certain standards for the use of digital technology. So we also try to meet digital technology standards with the sort of technology integration planning. So here we see Uh, Effective digital technology integration planning, Barron 2004 proposed seven important factors. So, what are these factors? The very first factor is about digital technology initiatives should be based on instructional goals of education institutions or planning programs. So, whatever the use of technology is there, that should be related to educational or instructional goals of the institution. So, with the this basically technology is serving as a tool. Keep in mind always that should be used. That sort of tools should be used to achieve your instructional goals of the institution or educational goals of your institution. That is a key component or the key step to use the technology in the classroom. So second thing is about digital technology should be connected to the curricular goals and design. As there's a guideline. So very first guideline was about that it should be part of instructional goals of the school or the institutional goals of a school. Then the second component is about curricular goals that should be that whatever why we are using technology in the classroom because it is a part of the curricular goals because we want to achieve our curricular objectives or goals. So what we are using technology and that should be related to that sort of curricular goals. Then we have digital technology and assessment procedures should be compatible with each other. It is also very important. Then because when we are using technology, so our assessment should also be based on certain components of use of technology. So there may be some quiz, there may be some online quiz, there may be some sort of PPT files or some files that students need to respond with the use of technology because the main goal is to train the students to use technology. Keep in mind, because if teacher is using technology and student has not such ability to use the technology, then there is no use of technology. There is no way. There is no benefit. So teachers and digital technology should work together for the successful students involvement. Yes, technology should always engage the students. They should always increase the participation level of the students in the classroom. That is the sole purpose why we are using digital technology. Keep in mind. Then we have teachers may need continuous pedagogical and technological support and training, right? Because teacher is there to teach the students about every aspect of curricular or instructional or content related problems as well as technological problems because students are not trained enough to use the technology independently. But we need to train them and guide them about use of technology whenever they are required. We need to assist them in use of technology. Then the community and the parents' involvement may increase success chances. Similarly, if it is possible that parents of the students or the community, they should take responsibility for the right use of technology. If the students are using mobile phone at home, if the students are using internet at home, if the students are using some handheld devices at home or computers or laptops at home, so there is a responsibility on part of the teacher on the parents also because if they are not involved, they are not watching, they are not overseeing the whole process of use of technology. There may be some pitfalls or some issues related to use of technology, as we will see further. So, institution itself plays vital role in technology reforms. Definitely, there is a role of institution to improve or to reform uh, that how the technology is being used in the classroom. Because you people know very well that on every day, technology is being evolved. So what sort of apps we are using today in 2020 may not be used in 2025. So it means that we need to reform our sort of tools or gadgets or that need to be upgraded or maybe reformed with the passage of time. So this is these are the guidelines given by Barron 2005. Okay, dear students. The next topic is about process of planning digital technology integration. So here, certain steps have been mentioned about process of planning digital technology integration. So how technology should be. So these were basically previously we have seen some guidelines given by Barron 2004, and here we have the complete process that how technology should be integrated. So the very first step is related to have rationale for the use of digital technological resources in teaching learning process. So any one of you who can comment on this first step, the students.
सर सबसे पहले तो आपको थोड़ा सा लॉजिकल होना चाहिए। आप टेक्नोलॉजी यूज करने जा रहे हैं, इंटीग्रेट करने जा रहे हैं, तो एक पूरी प्री प्लान थिंकिंग होनी चाहिए, पूरा प्रोसेस होना चाहिए, एक कैलकुलेटेड वे में आपको जाना चाहिए इस प्रोसेस को इनकलकेट करने के लिए।
ठीक है,
सरफेस थिंकिंग ना हो कि अच्छा जी हम ये प्रोसेस करेंगे, ये होगा वो होगा, ऐसा ना हो। एक स्ट्रक्चर्ड प्री प्लान एक थिंकिंग पैटर्न हो आपके पास।
right. So we should have a rationale, means we should have a purpose for the use of digital technological resources. That why we are using these digital technological resources in the classroom. So we are mindful, and we have already or thoroughly we have gone through the reasons why we are using the digital technology resources in the classroom. So the very foremost thing is required that to develop a rationale that why we are using digital technology for the students or teaching learning process. Okay. Second step is about involvement of administrators, teachers, students, parents, and community in decision-making process related to acquisition of digital technology. Okay, who will comment on this?
सर इसमें मैं कर दूं?
जी जी
सर इसमें ये है कि हमें डिजिटल टेक्नोलॉजी के एक्वायरिंग के लिए जैसे हम कहते हैं कि डिसेंट्रलाइजेशन का प्रोसेस होना चाहिए कि हमें हर किसी को इन्वॉल्व करना है, चाहे वो एडमिनिस्ट्रेटर हो, टीचर हो, ठीक है, जिसने भी मतलब टेक्नोलॉजी हर किसी की यूज के लिए होगी, तो हम डिसेंट्रलाइजेशन के प्रोसेस को ये करेंगे कि हर किसी को उसमें इन्वॉल्व करेंगे डिसीजन मेकिंग के अंदर सारों की इन्वॉल्वमेंट हो।
ये क्यों जरूरी है? वाई इट रिक्वायर्ड उमर? हम क्यों सबको इसमें प्रोसेस में शामिल करें?
सर टेक्नोलॉजी के लिए ना, टेक्नोलॉजी हासिल करने के लिए, टेक्नोलॉजी के असूल के लिए जिसे
फॉर
कहते हैं।
एग्जांपल जो स्टूडेंट्स हैं उनको कैसे इन्वॉल्व किया जाए?
स्टूडेंट्स को कैसे इन्वॉल्व किया जाए? सर टेक्नोलॉजी का यूज तो हम स्टूडेंट पे एक्सपेरिमेंट करके कर सकते हैं ना, whether it's effective or not for the future.
और पेरेंट्स को कैसे इन्वॉल्व किया जाए?
For the क्या वर्ड था वो वाला, for their सर एक वर्ड था इसके लिए मुझे याद नहीं आ रहा।
Okay, so we need to involve the administrators, the managers, or of our institutions because you know that mostly administrators plan or the managers plan about something. So we need to take their sort of opinions and guidelines. Uh, Similarly, teachers should be involved. If there's sort of teachers training is required, that training should be provided. Students should be involved uh, because we have to basically students have to use it, so they should know what they are going to do. So thirdly, the second lastly, parents, because you know that parents have to provide all those resources to the students at home. So they should also be asked about the use of digital technology in the classroom. Either they can afford to purchase certain gadgets for their kids or not, and either they can control their students' behavior with the use of technology or not, because it is very much needed. Uh, uh, Without involvement of the parents, the right use of technology is not possible. Then the community as a whole should consider either this technology is beneficial for the kids or not. So that is how they all can be involved in process decision making related to acquisition of digital technology. Okay, the third step is about need to develop positive thinking for most cost effective use of digital technology. इस पे कौन कमेंट करेगा आप में से? जी रमशा, रमशा is there?
तो मैं क्या
तुमने आपने इससे पहले भी किया है?
जैसे
ओके, चलिए आप बता दें।
सर पॉजिटिव एटीट्यूड मतलब कि आप विलिंगनेस शो कराएं उनकी कि आपने टेक्नोलॉजी यूज करनी है, जो भी प्रोसेस लेके चलना है, तो विलिंगनेस का होना बहुत जरूरी है इसके लिए। वो एक रेडीनेस या विलिंगनेस डेवलप करना।
Actually, when we are going to use technology in the classroom, they students sometimes have some negative feeling. And similarly, teachers also should have some resistance on the part of use of technology, because they have to prepare certain sort of slides. They have to give time to the technology preparation or training purposes. So there may be some certain behavior that oppose the use of digital technology. So for the very purpose, we need to guide them, we need to encourage them, motivate them, and need to develop positive thinking among all other stakeholders, including teachers and students and administrators themselves, even parents also. So the fourth element is about alignment of digital technology tools and application with the curriculum. As earlier I have said that it should always serve educational goals or the curricular or institutional goals, because without fulfilling the curricular goals, the use of technology is not righteous. We may not be on the right track if we are not aligning our use of technology with the curricular goals. Okay, then we have identifying the specific training and assistance needs of teacher related to use of digital technology. इस पे कौन कमेंट करेगा? इकरा,
यस सर।
ये इकरा आप बताएं।
सर जो टेक्नोलॉजी हम यूज करने जा रहे हैं उसकी ट्रेनिंग जो है उसको आइडेंटिफाई करना कि टीचर्स को किस तरह का ट्रेन करना है उस टेक्नोलॉजी के लिए।
ठीक है। Okay, so we have to specify training needs of our teachers in the school, so what they may better use technology after getting training. Then we have the sixth point is utilization of existing digital resources in accordance with the digital technology plan. इस पे कौन कमेंट करेगा वैसे? Various there. Various there.
सर मैं कह दूं?
Komal Hassan is there.
Yes sir.
Okay, you please guide us about this point. Utilization of existing digital resources.
यूटिलाइजेशन सर, जो हमारे पास डिजिटल रिसोर्सेज हैं उनको हम कैसे यूज कर सकते हैं अपनी जैसे टेक्नोलॉजी के लिए, डिफरेंट टेक्नोलॉजी को यूज करने के लिए।
Okay, thank you. So here we again focus on digital technology plan. Whatever plan we have designed, keep in mind plan. What is plan? किसी को idea है आप में से what is meaning by plan? Plan. The plan क्या होता है? What is
सर
plan?
a strategy to do what?
A strategy do something. Okay. Other than this, no doubt strategy is a part of planning. No doubt. Through strategy we better plan. We make our plan better.
सर स्टेप्स
कौन से steps?
सर जो हमने जो गोल सेट किया हुआ है उसकी तरफ जो हमने स्टेप्स कैरी जो करने हैं।
ठीक है।
प्रोग्राम लाइक कुछ कोई भी प्रोग्राम.
Right. Actually, plan is about future activities. Uh, every plan is composed of or is made of different or various future activities. We basically in a plan we list down those future activities to be performed, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and so on. So which activities to start first, and then after what, after what, after what. So a plan basically is, you can define simply a plan is made of different future activities or is composed of different future activities to be performed by the organization or the individual. Keep in mind. Okay, so we have keep in mind that we have to stick with the digital technology plan because we are going to use technology with the help of a digital technology plan. So we should focus on plan and we should utilize our all these resources in accordance with that sort of plan what we have made, what we have decided earlier. Okay, then we have provision of funds to implement the plan. This is very much important because without financial resources, we cannot do anything. So we need funds to implement that plan. We need different sources to be purchased. We need different personnel to hire. So whatever we are required, we need to provide, or the provision of such sort of resources is required. So for the very purpose, funds are required. So funds should be available for the effective integration of digital technology. Then we have evaluation or evaluate progress of digital technology to study its impact. Similarly, we need to evaluate how digital technology is beneficial for the students for their effective learning and for the teachers for their effective teaching. Either it is giving some benefit or not, either it is serving certain sort of advantages or not. So either it is serving its objectives or not. So we need to evaluate the progress of digital technology. Then we have communicating steps for others to follow in adopting the digital technology plan. So in this step, it guides us that we also need uh, other people who are the part of our organization, the school, that how to adopt digital technology plan if they have certain hindrances, if they have certain sort of negative thinking in their mind, or if they have their sort of reservations, we need to discuss with them, and we need to guide them those steps that will help them to adopt this digital technology plan uh, for the use of technology. Then we have coordination of digital technology plan with other running programs and projects. So similarly, in the classroom, different activities are going on. In the school, different projects are going on. So we also need to coordinate that sort of digital technology usage plan with the running programs and projects because the actual difference is between the term E. Whatever we are doing on traditional basis or copy or register, now we are doing in the E form. So that is the only difference that basically is created that is the only impact or effect that is created with the use of digital technology in the classroom. Then teaching with digital technology that addresses the need of all the students. So definitely we keep in mind that when we are using technology, it should also address the needs of all students because in the classroom there are variety of students sitting in the classroom. There are students with the high caliber, there are students with low caliber, there are mediocres, there are certain students with certain disabilities or cognitive issues, so language issues, understanding issues. So we need to focus on all kind of students. Then guidelines and contextualization for the incorporation of latest technology into teaching learning process. As earlier in the starting of this session, I have shared that technology is being evolved day by day. So we need to guide our teachers and that whatever the apps we are using, we need to contextualize because there is a possibility that that sort of apps are not being created by our local developers or engineers. So what if the apps available are not developed in our country? So we need to contextualize that how it is also connected to our society. If there are certain names like English names are there in teaching of English application, so we can also assume certain local name from Pakistani students. So similarly, if there is use of certain fruits or vegetables or this and that, or pictures are there, so we also can show the pictures of those objects from our own country's context to contextualize that sort of knowledge with reference to our local facts and figures. Then we have developing software and learning apps in accordance with the digital technology needs of the learner. It should be always required that sort of development of the applications or apps should be in accordance with the needs of the learners. It is better if the institution can develop their own apps for learning. It is far better uh, rather than doing some other things or following certain other apps available. Okay, so यहाँ तक कोई क्वेश्चन आपके माइंड में है तो आप पूछ सकते हैं बताओ. If you have any question, please. हमने अभी process of planning digital technology integration complete किया है. That was about given by Cradler 2004. इन steps में process में आपको कोई ambiguity की question आपकी तरफ से?
No, sir.
Okay, so let's move towards key challenges. So here you can see the very foremost key challenge for the use or integration of visual technologies related to resisting attitude of the teachers. As you see that the teachers themselves may get afraid of use of technology, may disliking feelings among them, having dislike feelings that they do not like use of technology, or they are not trained enough to use technology. So there may be certain reasons behind it. Uh, Either there is a reason of they are afraid, either they dislike, or they do not want to change themselves from tradition teaching to the modern teaching. So there may be many reasons, but we have to focus and we have to face such kind of challenges that teachers do not use technology and they avoid use of technology. So this is the it is a sort of resisting attitude of the teacher in the school or the classroom. Secondly, that is most prevailing, that lack of adequate training and experience, because institutions are not assuming their responsibility to train their students before the use of technology. They just require and then going to implement. Here, even in Zoom sessions, you are feeling that many of the teachers are not do not have sufficient training for the use of Zoom app or to engage the students through Zoom or teach the students through Zoom. So this is a problem always. If the teachers are not well trained, then there may be quality of the teaching may totally be, you can see, disturbed or it may be questionable. Then we have the accountability for the test scores. Okay, इस पे कौन कमेंट करेगा? ये कॉमन बहुत कॉमन इश्यू है हमारे स्कूल्स में जी स्टूडेंट्स. Saira is there. Saira, Sabine, Fatma.
Yes, sir.
जी सर आप बताएं इस बारे में. ये जो accountability for test scores है, it is one of the key challenge why technology is being not effectively integrated in our schools or used in the schools or education institutions. जी इस पर क्या कमेंट करेंगे? समीन आप कमेंट कर दें अगर सायरा has some connectivity issue. Hipsa is there.
सर मैं कर दूं
चलें आप कर दें।
सर अकाउंटेबिलिटी एहतसाब मतलब के टीचर आर आंसरेबल फॉर देयर टेस्ट स्कोर, मतलब जो स्टूडेंट्स प्रोग्रेस है उसके ऊपर,
ठीक है,
और वो नहीं हो
इसमें क्या इफेक्ट होता है बेटा, ऐसा क्यों है? Why it is sort of hindrance or the challenge in the use of digital technology in the classroom?
सर अगर प्राइवेट स्कूल मतलब अगर मैं गवर्नमेंट में बात ना, अगर प्राइवेट स्कूल में होते हैं कि वो अकाउंटेबल होते हैं फॉर देयर टेस्ट स्कोर, अगर वो नहीं होता तो उनको ये भी होता है कि उनकी जॉब चली जाएगी। फर्स्ट फैक्टर ये है। और जैसे अब गवर्नमेंट का है सर, आजकल इसका भी हो गया कि दे आर अकाउंटेबल फॉर मतलब प्रोग्रेस के क्लास के अंदर, जैसे अभी लेटेस्ट आया था शहबाज शरीफ के अंदर कि क्लास के अंदर अगर 3 या 4 बच्चों के अगर वो फेल है तो इस टीचर को फारिग कर दिया जाएगा।
ठीक है, so definitely our teachers are accountable for the achievement of the students. If the students are showing poor scores or results in the classroom testing or in the overall final exams, then we ask the teacher why they are showing low performance or low standards of teaching. So teachers themselves assume that because their whole sort of achievement is to be assessed on the basis of test scores of the students. So then there's nothing to do other than to focus on utilization, rote learning, so what students may achieve better results in their test only. So even teachers compromise on teaching also. They do not teach even in the classroom. They only prepare the students for testing. So this is one of the issue also, that testing is more important than teaching. So teacher is there to teach rather than testing, because testing is a component or assessment is a component of teaching only. But actual role of the teacher is to teach the students, or to deliver instruction to classroom, or to have effective teaching and learning, and to ensure effective teaching and learning in the classroom. Instead of doing this job, we are always focusing on the testing component of teaching. So what we compromise our teaching, and similarly we resist in using digital technology, but it is waste of time. It does not prepare our students for testing, and this way students may be attracted by sort of technological tools and applications. So what they may waste their time, they may not get good scores in a test. So teachers get afraid of that fact, and they do not motivate their students to use the technology, and themselves do not use the technology. Okay, then we have lack of access to internet. Similarly, so in some cases, this connectivity issues there, internet is not available. Poor searching techniques. Teachers and students do not know about searching techniques. That how can we search data with the help of internet, and we can quickly find data related to their sort of daily projects and assignments in the classroom. So the last one is about poor infrastructure of digital technologies. Definitely systems are outdated or in shorter number, or proper, there's no proper computer lab in the schools, or other resources like mic or sort of a speaker or other required internet are not available in the institutions. So poor infrastructure is also one of the reasons in uh, the less use of technology in the schools or classrooms. Okay, in the next